morning, everybody. Welcome to the Pre-Market Live Show. Today is Tuesday, January 13th, and it is a little bit mixed today. Actually, it's real mixed, just kind of flat. We're waiting for CPI this morning, so we're going to see what that brings and how the market's going to react to that. But first, let's go through the market, see what's going to happen. All information presented here is for educational and informational purpose only, not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. How are you guys this morning? Here we go. I'll click over to the heat map right there, and we'll see what's going on. Let me just plug in my phone so that charges. There we go. How are you, Luis Rodriguez and Doge Mama 9, Robin driving to work, Laptop Travel, and Joseph Levy, and everybody else? I still don't see my Jolie's jumpers. Definitely very concerned about Asian Jolie, so hopefully everything's okay with her. And we'll just happen to look at the ones that are popping here, and IOTR and EVTV, which we were looking at last night. That did jump up a little bit more this morning. It got up to what, 340? No, 397, almost $4 there. So there you go for that EVTV, and it could continue to run around this morning. It is kind of crazy right there. Master Keys, how are you this morning? And that IOTR was running up big. Remember IO3? We used to look at this bad boy. It did a recent reverse split in November, but it did run up there this morning. I did see that one cruising along there. So there you go with that. And SPRC right there. We had looked at that one not too long ago, and that one's running. PMAX, that spiked up this morning, came back down. And let's see what KELYA is up to. I'm not sure what Kelly Services is. It's a staffing and employment one. That one's running up there. And HGBL ran up this morning, but also pulled back there. LHX, look at this, L3 Harris. I thought that was a different, used to be something different, I thought, a different stock ticker. But anyway, LHX right there, cruising. OSS right there. And FBIO ran up but did come back down. So there you go with some of the big spikers right there. And today, the Dow futures inch down ahead of the inflation data, and stock futures slip as traders await inflation report and earnings session kicks off. 4 big questions about the Powell versus Trump, and stock futures slip ahead of JP Morgan earnings today, CPI. So it's going to be interesting here with some inflation data, and we kick off earnings. And then the contrarian strategist says Trump is predictable and the Fed was never independent as he makes these bold calls. So there you go. And let's go through our market, see what's going on with our indices and everybody else. How are you there, Progressive G? And Mike, how are you doing this morning? Mike Kavanaugh and everybody else hanging out. Greatly appreciate everybody tuning in here. And let's see here. Let's see. Our SPY is down just a little bit this morning. It doesn't even look bad. It didn't look bad yesterday. It doesn't look bad this morning. And let's see what happened. Yeah, it does look like it's going to try to run back up a little bit. I mean, it looked pretty strong yesterday, like I was saying. I don't even understand why everything looks so good right here. You have a lot of things going on. And we'll have to see how the CPI report comes in today. But look at this bad boy. The Qs look like they could pull back a little bit right here, but they're still set up unless they start falling under that 621. They take a huge nosedive right there. But that's what the Qs look like at the moment. Again, just looking pretty good on a chart setup. And IWM doesn't look too bad either. So there you are. And Sam, green is your favorite color. Sam's been crushing it, guys, since he got into the old Discord. Sam was one of the very first people to sign up for the Discord through me. I know that. And Sam has been crushing it. I mean, nonstop doing well all the time. He just he pays attention in there. He looks at that morning note. He watches the show. He pays attention to what's going to be popping. And somehow Sam's always picking the good ones there. So pay attention to what Sam's up to. He is doing really well, and a lot of people in the Discord obviously are doing really well. We're destroying it this in the beginning of the year already, but we have been for a little while now. So that's your indices right there. Let's look at Apple right here. It's down $1, and like I said, I'm going to be checking this bad boy out. Let's see how much it wants to really dip, but you're going to get a nice setup coming up here right before the earnings, and it's going to pop up. That's for sure. You can already see it ain't going to dip into the dungeon, I don't think so. I doubt we'll see Apple in the dungeon. Let's put it that way. Amazon right here pulling back a little bit. We'll see how much that wants to pull back. And then Google's been looking good, and that is ripping up there, looking pretty good into the top. So there you go with Google running up more. Meta just kind of dipping down. It's on the 50 right there, right? Yeah, it's on the 50. So an interesting spot for Meta. We'll see if it wants to bounce back up. And then Microsoft was down this morning as well. So we'll see how much this one wants to pull back. Our NVIDIA right here, that was down just a little bit, nothing crazy. It's sitting on 20. It's really flat right there. Look at it. It looks like it could pull itself up and run. So we'll have to see what's going on with that. NVIDIA and Eli Lilly will invest up to $1 billion over 5 years to launch a San Francisco AI co-innovation lab using BioNamo or something like that, whatever that company's called, to accelerate drug discovery. So NVIDIA, look at that, getting into the drug world right there and into the Eli Lilly space with them. So interesting for NVIDIA. And Tesla right here is up a little bit, not looking too bad. It's in the channel. Tesla can buck the trend at any time. It doesn't matter. AMC kind of hanging out there, but it still looks pretty good. And that was a beauty. And how about your GameStop? I'm telling you, this one, just keep an eye on it. We got to see as this all meets up where it wants to pan out. But it's over the MACD. It's not looking bad. I think GameStop could get popping real soon here. Chewy was setting up. It ran up yesterday, hitting a little resistance, not doing anything yet. And Unity up a little bit. And that was looking good yesterday. Netflix is down a little bit right there. PSKY, that was up yesterday. That looks like it's bottoming out right there. And let's see what Warner Brothers is up to right here, because that's down a little bit as well. We'll have to see when this Netflix deal's going through. And then these things will start moving again. So Netflix at 89, definitely a good opportunity down here, I think. We'll just watch it to see how much more it wants to dip. AVGO is down. Let's look at our semiconductors. MU pulling back $1 this morning. But again, they don't look bad. And I think they're all just kind of waiting on that CPI report, which comes out in about an hour and 20 minutes there at 8:30. TSM has a little resistance above it, so just be careful. It can run up, but it has that resistance. SMCI, like I said, watch for these pullbacks. This one's going to get set up and going to be a good opportunity. And AMD is going to be a good one. We were saying that yesterday. And it is popping up there. QCOM took a nice dip yesterday. It's dipping back down to the support line. Snow is dipping down as well. And Snow, I think, is going to get rolling off that MACD. Like I said, I played it last time it did. It does like to run pretty big. And PayPal dipping down some more this morning. So I thought PayPal was going to get rolling the other day. Excuse me, and it just definitely did. Intel still looking pretty strong right there, because it did look good and it does want to run. Dell's going to get set up, guys. Look at it. You can see it right here. And Dell is getting ready. So keep your eye on Dell this morning and today going in, because that looks pretty good right there. Let me jot down Dell, because I got to remember to look at that one today. And IBM has been running up there. What's it doing this morning? It's down a little bit and just a little pullback after that big run up there yesterday. And Palantir was up yesterday, a little bit of healthy pullback. Sophie was pulling back there yesterday, and that's actually up 10 cents. Doesn't look like anything crazy. Mara and Riot, these guys are looking good. Mara not bad. Riot still running up a little bit. Clean Spark right here, not looking too bad. That looks like it wants to get ready to run. And how about your micro strategy right here? And there you go at MSTR, looking pretty good for Mr. Sayer. And Robinhood, not too bad. It's getting set up right there. Coinbase, that's going to be up if crypto's up and the other ones are up. So Coinbase is looking good. And I think Bull does try to get moving here, guys, off of this 20 area. It's sitting here. It's been teetering on it. It's down today, but I do think it tries to get moving by the end of the week. We'll see if it does, and we'll see what happens with BULL. And then space down a little bit, nothing crazy. Boeing's up a little bit, and that's getting over that trend line. It could run up pretty good today there. And how about your DJT just kind of hanging out? It could bounce off that 20 if it meets up with it throughout the week. And Nike right here down a little bit, but that's over the trend line. That could get running up. We'll have to watch Nike to see how it wants to react, obviously, to the CPI. McDonald's down a little bit this morning, and Disney was pulling back a little bit yesterday. It's still pulling back a little bit more. And what about Oxy right here, OXY? That looks really good right there. ExxonMobil still looking good. And I do think these oil and gas, and I would expect something to go down in Iran pretty soon. So I would be paying attention to the oil and gas ones. They could be good plays coming up. DXYZ up a little bit, and that thing looks like it's trying to get set up right there. So there you go with our list right there. And let me see what you guys want to look at there. Progressive G and everybody else, as that path was on a good path to run, and it does look pretty good this morning. I was thinking that was probably going to run. Biff Farms was looking good. I mentioned this on the small cap show yesterday. And Boyle natural gas looking pretty good this morning. Here's UNH. I meant to boo UNG right there because that's up as well. So keep an eye on them. And that EVTV did run up a little bit more. There you go. We were looking at it. An Aton right here. Holy cow, this thing was running up in the after hours like a maniac, or overnight or whatever. It did pull back a little bit. It was like up even more last night, but there you go with that one. It was probably running around the lot this morning. BIYA. What is that one? BIYA. Recent reverse split. And looks like it's trying to set up. Yeah, this one looks like it could be a good one right there. Whoop, I just broke the pencil tip. BIYA right there. That looks pretty good. So let's keep an eye on that. Your Toyota Motor right here, Luis Rodriguez. Let's see. Oh, that's not Toyota Motor. Hold on. There we go. And that is, wow, that did gap up there. Whoa, that looks pretty good, huh? And UAMY was looking good yesterday. That's up a little bit. Oklo right here still trying to cruise up after it ran up, pulled back. That is getting set back up right there. So keep an eye on that. SMR right here. Probably the same exact chart setup, I must say. So there you go with them. And there's Nuclear right there. Nuclear looks pretty good. I think that one's going to get moving. So keep an eye on NKLR as well. And let's see what else is going on over here. VST. Oh, VST right there. Vistra Corp. And that's up a little bit. That looks like it has some resistance right there at that 180. So we'll have to see what it wants to do when it gets to that area, but it should hit that spot right there. And your CCJ right here is Camco Corp. And that bad boy looks like it has a little more room to run up. That's a uranium one. That one's cruising along. ASST, we were talking about it yesterday. It is up a little bit more, and it does look like it could pump that bad boy. So definitely be keeping an eye on that. And Resolve right here. Resolve. Yeah, that's what it's called. RZLV, they do have their earnings coming up. That looks like it might be today, and it is. So they have an earnings play, and that does look good as your 20 and 50 are meeting up. So keep an eye on that. That's a software company, right? Yeah, there you go. And not looking bad there. Luis Rodriguez and Master Keys and JP Morgan. Let's see what they're up to. They topped their estimate. Did they already report then, huh? So there you are. And JP Morgan reports Q4 2025 net income of $13 billion and full year 2025 net income of $57 billion in results released today. So there you go with JP Morgan. So we'll be keeping an eye on all the banking ones right there. Progressive G and Visa still down. This is why I wasn't chasing these yesterday. They didn't look like they were ready to get set up. What was that? Synchronized something. I forget what the heck it was. I forget what it was. SHY. I don't remember. It was something synchronized. It was, I'll find it right here. It's right here on the heat map. Oh, let me go in here. It was right. Where the heck was it? It was right. I thought it was right there on the things yesterday. I remember seeing it. I don't know. Whatever. That synchronized one we were looking at yesterday. I can't even find it, and I don't remember what the stock ticker was, to be completely honest with you. There it is. SYF. That's what it is. I knew it was on there. SYF. There you go. And again, it does want to bounce off that 50, but I don't know if it's exactly ready yet. So there you go with that. You can keep an eye on that and find some good opportunities. If it pulls back any, keep an eye on it, and it should get a nice bounce play right there. And let's see, Cracker Barrel right here. I said it would probably be up today, and you probably will run. Like I said, I don't know. We'll look at it. I have a feeling that we're going to have this big spike up and then a nice crash coming. So that's what it looks like to me. We'll see if it can get set up and actually do something. It'd be amazing. They turn this company around, that's for sure. But we'll see. A lot of times when they're really going to go in the gutter, they do get this spike up here, and then they come dipping down pretty hard, even harder. So we'll watch it and see. It's not exactly in a bullish state. It's just popping up here. So it's still keeping it bottomed out. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. It could be setting up to come down even lower right there. That's what the chart. I mean, it kind of getting set up to run, but again, I have a feeling you're going to run up and then you're going to get crushed back down even more. So obviously, play to pop. That's what we do right there. So we'll be keeping an eye on our cracker barrel. That's for sure. And SPRC was running this morning. I know we've looked at that one. It before, not recently though. But look at that big pop up right there. I'm not sure. It looks like they had news. Spark signs definitive agreement to acquire XYLO's Muse endoscopic system IP portfolio in a full equity deal, whatever that is. I have no idea what is that. I have no idea. Endoscopic system IP portfolio. It sounds like a medical device, but then it sounds like something to do with the computers. I have no idea. I don't know what the heck they do. They're a biotech company in Israel, so I would say it's probably a medical device is what I would assume, but I am not sure what they even do over there. And let's see, one of the best things you learned is how to get out of a bad trade quickly and not be emotional. I agree, Sam. It is very important, everybody. Look at that bad boy, what Sam wrote, because it's super important to cut them losses early as opposed to just sitting there watching it drain your account and keeping your mental game down, because it will while you're watching the bad trade. And again, guys, no one's going to be 100% perfect at this. You beat the market by consistently beating it in numbers games, not by beating it every single trade. We try to, don't get me wrong, and we do pick very accurate calls on the daily. But again, you have to be able to trade them smart, lock in your profits, and not every trade is going to go exactly the way you expect it to go. So it's just something that you got to keep in mind. And but yeah, the idea is to get out of the ones that don't set up, don't do the way, don't start running the way you want them to, and they seem like they're not going to do exactly what you thought they were. You get right out of them, you save that capital, and you put it into the next one. Maybe you take a small loss, obviously, which is better than losing the whole position right there. So I agree, Sam. That is very, very important. And REMX still going up here, this strategic metals ETF. That thing's a beast there. Luis Rodriguez just continues to go up there. And NXT right here, Next Power. That's spiking up yesterday, spiking up a little bit more. Solar, let's see what Solar's up to real quick. We'll just roll right through them. There's only a few. That was running up yesterday, so it looked like Solar was spiking. Oh, look at that beam right there. That looks good. BEEM. BEEM. That looked like Dairy Queen DQ. Wasn't that used to be Dairy Queen or something? I don't even know, but DQ right there looking pretty good. And let's see. That one's jumping up. That's at Next right there. That one spiked up pretty good, SHLS, and yeah, not bad right there. Check out this BEEM. This one was looking pretty good. Caught my attention. That looks like it could run up some more right there, so keep an eye on the good old BEEM right there. And that's Beam Global. That's a solar one, so not too bad right there. And let's see what else is going on up here. Up UP. Let's see if it wants to go up. Wheels up Xperia. I saw this yesterday, actually, Luis Rodriguez. It had already jumped up there, but I guess it's running up a little bit more today. It was hitting that resistance, and it was setting up. And airports and air services. This was on the scanner yesterday, and it is cruising along. It does look like it wants to go up a little bit more there for UP. Up, wheels up experience. So there you are. And what is that? Typo. Hold on. It's OM you meant, not OL. OM. Outset Medical right here. That was jumping up a little bit of pullback. We'll have to look at that one right there. Good old OM and see what it wants to do. It's hitting the 50, so we'll have to see. It looks like it's trying to stair step its way up there for the most part, but it is kind of dipping down there right now. And let's see what else is going on over here. Let me see. That Toyota Motors in the blue sky territory. Your next target's 260 right there, guys. It's not even close. It's at 230. So check that out. It is running. Toyota Motor, what do they have going on right now? It does look really good, Luis Rodriguez, I must say. So Keep your eye on that, everybody. And how are you, Central Florida Gardening? And Cypher and Iron, they were looking good yesterday. I know that. Here's Cypher. That's up a little bit today, looking good. Iron up some more. That was looking really good yesterday. I even have it on the night note. And BBAI, the big bear right here, looking pretty good. And that does look like it's trying to run up there. Master Keys. So yeah, keep an eye on that BBAI. That was Joseph Levy's first option that he ever traded. Then he went on a mad tear right there. Speaking of that, I doubt Galt's doing anything, but keep an eye on this thing. I'm telling you, this thing's going to get set up right there. GALT. And Zeta right here, Zeta Global. This was on the laptop travel list not too long ago. And that is spiked up there. It's still in the top. I don't really like them right there, Master Keys. I'm not going to lie. They do get popping, but this has that weird look right there to me. It could go either way. I'd have to really look at it when it opened up. You can see as that red can, it looks like it's coming down. I would be careful of that, of course, if it's running and you catch that momentum and you want to play it quick. There you go with that, but just beware. It's up at the top right now. It could come back down. TSSI, I haven't looked at this one, TSS, in a little bit right here. And let's see what TSSI is up to. And that did spike up there yesterday, looking pretty good. Let's see what it is up to over here. Oh, yeah. TSSI looking pretty good right there, I must say. And let me see. I gotta look and see who is the CEO of that company. I think I might know who this guy, the CEO, is. To be honest with you, I was thinking about it the other day, and I have to look into it. Actually, I'll look at it today and see. And I just was looking at this the other day because it was setting up, and it did spike up yesterday. And then I was thinking, is that somebody that we know from a CNR show that runs that? I'll have to look into it anyway. But here's Bull right here, and it is just a little bit flat. I do think Bull could get moving again this week. It obviously suffered its tax loss selling there in December. It was coming down there, and it tried to get bumping up there. Now it's just sitting on the 20, but I do think it gets set up. It's just taking a really long time there, Progressive G, for whatever reason. I am not sure, but yeah, we'll keep an eye on Bull. Obviously, we're watching that in the Discord. Microsoft, I thought, was trying to get set up right here. It's pulling back a little bit. I think I like Apple a little bit more at the moment. That's the one I'm really watching right now. Obviously, Google running up, and we had mentioned that one before it started to pop up. It could still continue to run up there. Look at it in the top. But Apple right here, watch for these dip opportunities. I think it bottomed out right there at your, what's that even say, 255, I think. And yeah, it does look like it's going to get set up. I think it pops up before the earnings, January 29th. Let's just watch it today, see how it reacts. Obviously, we're waiting for CPI this morning, which comes out in about an hour, and then we'll see how the market actually reacts after that. So that's what that looks like right there. Crypto right here looking pretty good. Look at Bitcoin, almost back to 92K, and I was telling you guys it was good, and this is exactly what we were talking about. So I mean, we nailed Bitcoin and crypto. We got this down now. We have the pattern. We have everything. It's getting into a bullish channel. We know that. And it's going to regain itself right off of here. This was tax loss selling. It never happened before. And it just had something different to experience right there. But it was still strong because everybody was selling it and then rebuying it. So Solana looking really good right there. You can see. And what's it at? 142. Yeah, 141.78 right there. Ripple at 205. So Chainlink 1325. So things are looking pretty good here. And there's your Ripple right there. As you can see, not looking bad. It's coming down, but again, touching the 20 and 50 just like they all were. And it should roll right off of that. So that is what we wanted to see anyway. And then Doge kind of doing the same similar thing, should get rolling off. Stellar right here should be pretty stellar to do it. And you can see it got down through the 50, hit the 20, and now it's hitting the MACD, should stall up right there. So I am pretty optimistic that crypto wants to run up. And look at optimism right there. That's going to get cruising right now. So there you go. And I would say that crypto is looking pretty good right there, guys. So Galaxy is up a little bit this morning, not looking bad. That looks like it wants to get set up. BMNR, that one's up as well and looking pretty good. What's that RGTI up to this morning right here? Let me just take a quick look. It's down a little bit, but that's getting set up as well. And so is this IONQ. That's down a little bit. Our 4Us is up. and looks pretty decent right there. What about CoreWeave? That's down. Wow, look at that dip down. It was running up there yesterday. Rocket Lab was looking pretty good in EOSE. Wasn't looking too bad either to continue up, and there you go. It's still trying to run MP. That was looking good, and that's probably because MP Materials is running up there this morning. And Lowe's right here, back up. That's running as well. And LAC right here is trying to get cruising a little bit more. So some good ones to keep an eye on. And let's see what else is going on. Rich Tech Robotics up a little bit. That plug was getting set up to try to run up some more. And LW down a little bit. Keep an eye on this. This thing's been trying to curl up, set up the run. So a bunch of good ones right there. And SMCI has been down. Watch for any dip opportunities on this one. That one should be a good one. And that's what the market looks like at the moment. And Oracle, I think, is a little early as well. It's just kind of bouncing around right here. Although I think Oracle, just watch for these dips. It's in the channel and it could get cruising. So sell the dips or sell the rips, buy the dips right there as it gets set up. And that is what that looks like. So there you go. That's what the market looks like in general. Google's up a little bit, and we're waiting for the CPI report to come out in about an hour there. So that's what we have in store. Crypto looking good. Bitcoin back to 92K, looking pretty strong for Bitcoin and crypto. So be watching them ones, BMNR and the treasuries and all them guys. They are looking nice. And that is what the market looks like this morning, guys. So, we'll be on in the Discord and we'll keep you guys posted with what's happening there. So thank you for everybody for tuning in again this evening at 7 p.m. I will be interviewing Noro One Medical Technologies CEO Dave Rosa, and so be sure to tune into that because that's going to be a good one. A lot of great information. I have a lot of great questions. You guys know that. I am familiar with brain injury, so I definitely was doing my research about this company, and I'll probably have a great conversation with Dave. So definitely check it out. The stock ticker is NMTC if you want to check it out there today. That's what it looks like. So we'll be interviewing him right before the night show tonight at 7 p.m. So be sure to tune in, follow along. Be sure to hit the like button. And all information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only, not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. Thank you, everybody. Progressive G, Louis Rodriguez, Central Florida Gardening, and Sam, of course. And Mike Vaughn, Mike Cavanaugh was on there, Progressive G. And there's a couple other people. Sam, who else was on there? Oh, Master Keys, that's who it was. And everybody else like Doge Mama 9 and Robin driving to work, Joseph Levy and everybody else hanging out. I hope Asian Joe Lee's all good. And you guys enjoy your day. Be sure to trade smart and lock in your profits. Goodbye, good luck. See you later, and have a great day, everybody.